Yeah, you look nice, man. You really look nice, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Can I wear that jacket?
Can you wear the jacket?
That shit gonna
You gonna
break.
bust through this shit, bro.
Look, with pain like this, life is agonizing. Pride have some niggas antagonizing. It paying out different when the next man cast the iron. When the story's told, how them cats.
Yeah, that was.
I don't want to try to get you because you my dog. But God, I'm not. Like,
You better not be taping, bro.
That's what
Get
it
the
is.
fuck out of
Yes,
bro.
we got
Yeah,
it.
shit, bro. That's
We
crazy.
got it.
Bro.
I can put myself all the time,
Bro,
but I can't.
bro.
You can't get one.
that nigga said,
Go ahead, man.
bro, the jacket. You
Bro,
gonna bust through this
listen.
shit is crazy.
Your muscles. You're gonna rip my jacket trying to put it on. Come
You
on.
know I'm not gonna play that part. It's fun. You
That's
can
how
we
explain it all
started,
you
bro.
That's how you usually clip it. Fuck it. Come on. I'm gonna just cook you the whole joint. It's gonna be hard for you.
How
to
you
clip
gonna
it.
cook me over something you said? I didn't even say
Bro.
anything.
Put the other half in that shit, bro. Don't just leave that first half, bro. That's crazy.
No.
Hey,
Let
yo,
that-
this
Your
might-
cops part
let
have
that
said
rock.
it. Now I'm still catching straight. It's
You know what? It's
crazy.
cool. God love me. Both of y'all gonna be on the hot seat. Watch.
That's
Before the pod is over,
crazy.
both of y'all gonna say something flagrant. Both of y'all gonna say
All I
something
said was,
flagrant.
"Boy, you start
It's
cracking
cool.
up."
You didn't really have to pause me. I started walking it back as soon as I said it. I realized it.
Hey man, sometimes it's too late, man.
It's all
Yo,
good, man.
It's all good.
bring us in.
Everybody plays the fool sometimes, man. There's no exceptions to the rules. It is what it is.
At least you look nice doing it.
Josie. Wow, that's even gayer.
See? I got you. I'm gonna cover it for you.
I'm gonna cover that for you,
bro.
I'm gonna cover one
Bro,
kinky
just
with the next
yo,
kinky.
us, please.
I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? I'll fix it.
This is crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, y'all ready?
No, I don't know what you just did.
My bad, man. Yo. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Authentic Basement. Yes, man, we on episode 46, and we are so glad that you're here to vibe with us, man. So, what is episode? What is Authentic Basement, man? It's a
Nigga.
platform. No, I told you. I'm
Nigga
waking
do
up.
1 week of drinking. He come back and don't know how to speak English. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Authentic Basement, man. It's a platform that us brothers came together, man. I love y'all too, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We've been having some good shows, man. It's a pod that we came together, man, just to talk about different topics, man. Different
You got your legs crossed, bro?
Yeah, it's wrong. I'm just feeling good, man.
Okay.
You know, so it's a platform that we came together to create to talk about different topics, give our different authenticity opinions or authentic opinions. You know, you guys been vibing with this, man. So we appreciate the love. So before we move even further, you see that tag up there at episode 45. If you missed it, no worries. Click that link there and take you to episode 45. And you see the subscribe button right here, man. Make sure you subscribe and lock into the pod with the fellas, man, at ABP Podcast on YouTube, ABP_podcast on Instagram. This your boy H. You got Coach. You got Mr. Drip Guy, Mr. Jonesy over there. Of course, you got Mr. Relationship. You know what I mean? Mr. Faithful. Mr. Pornhub himself. Mr. Couple Status Pornhub. Mr. Mad Promo. So, again, continue to lock in with us, and we appreciate it, man. God bless. Y'all wanted to continue our conversation I was having earlier. Y'all was bringing some good stuff up about the Mav, you ain't really getting into it too, but you know I'm gonna mute up because I'm not really a rap guy. But y'all saying some good stuff. Based on the stuff I've been hearing Joey been cooking, like been killing the joint.
Oh, see,
I didn't even see the beef or the rap, the cipher or whatever it is, but I heard he cooked boy.
So I woke up. I woke up so early the other day. It was like 4:00 in the morning. I just up, couldn't go back to sleep. So I turned on YouTube, was just catching up with a lot of stuff that was going on. So I didn't even know these people was even like going through it. Then I seen the freestyle they did with what's his name? I forgot his name. Absol and the other rapper.
Joey Badass. Joey Badass.
No.
Big Sean.
Big Sean.
My fault, Big Sean. So I'm watching that, then I'm looking at, you know how the little other people be making their own little clips and stuff of like what's going on, and I ain't know he dropped disses. Like I'm like, damn, I ain't know he was dropping disses. So I'm like, oh, all right. So then, of course, I wasn't texting nobody at 5 in the morning. So after I watched all that, it was like around time I figured people was going to work, and I thought Math probably was still up, but I knew Jones at least was going to work at that time. So I'm like, all right. Let me start a pot a little bit to mess with the Kendrick guys over there.
But I heard it was like straight. It was straight like rapping though. It wasn't like no animosity type Jones. Just like
no, he
straight
stopped him
bars.
from rapping at the end. He stopped it. He stopped his freestyle at the end.
Who?
Absolutely.
That was all scripted though. Like it was all like you could tell
That's what
they
I'm saying.
were shaking hands and
That's
stuff.
nothing.
Like even like you could tell that they were prepared to do that because both of them had verses where they were shooting at each other or whatever like that. Ab-Soul, like bro, me being here, you put me in a sticky situation because ET said TDE, you know, what I mean, till death and then ever after or some shit like that. Like it's just,
It's like they rehearsed it. I heard.
Yeah,
like they had
they
practice
was ready for
already.
that.
Bro, they was being each other's hype man.
Yeah.
So man, cause you ain't commented that day. I know you probably feel like it. So you feel like Kendrick shouldn't even really give him bars or shouldn't respond at all?
Nah, I mean, it's kind of like what I was going through at the moment. So I mean, when I was doing my little back and forth last week, I'm going back and forth with maybe arguably the top battle rapper from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Me and him had that little exchange, and then little people want to come and have their little thing, and it's just like I'm not responding to that. Like it's like when Soulja Boy dissed Jay-Z or Gucci Man dissed Jay-Z. Like why would I respond to you? You feel me? Like you gonna respond to who you feel warrants a response. What does Kendrick gain by dealing with Joey Badass? And Joey Badass can rap, but I don't think Kendrick is not a person where it's like I want to do this for fun. Like it got to have some meaning behind it. You feel what I'm saying? Like he don't dislike Joey Badass, and Joey Badass don't dislike him. It's just he trying to make a little something. You know what I mean? I think the Wu-Tang series on little chill right now, so he wanna find something to do. And
The Wu-Tang series.
yeah, Joey Badass in that joint, ain't
You mean Power?
he? No, Joey
No,
Badass
he's
in
in the
Wu-Tang. He's in
Wu-Tang
the Wu-Tang
series.
joint too.
Oh, I ain't watching it. My fault. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch Power, but yeah, I mean either way,
I didn't even know he was a rapper until like
That's what me and Jordan said. I didn't even know anything about him until I seen him on
I
Power.
heard he nice though. Like I
No,
heard
he's
not-
He nice.
sharp.
He real boom bappy, but he really can put it together. You know what I mean? He's an acquired listen though. Like you gotta kind of like that kind of music. It's like liking Benny the Butcher and them. Like you gotta like that boom bap, like straight bars. You know what I mean? Type thing. You ain't looking for no hooks or these niggas not
he's
gonna have the
just
best
rapping,
hooks. Yeah,
like Tyler Kweli type, just straight.
yeah. You
But
gotta
he,
have a certain level of
at the same token, like he like a 15-year veteran, bro. And he's going against like Daylight. He was a battle rapper, but he just became industry somewhat. The boy Ray Vine, he like younger, like, and they were hanging with him. In my eyes, and then I'm not even going to talk about Daylight because Daylight is going to say something that everybody going to be like it's trash. Somebody else going to break it down, and you going to be like, oh. That's how just some
I
rappers
can't get over
are.
the fact that he said that freak stuff on Vlad.
Huh?
Somebody he'll do it to Diddy. I said, yeah. See, turn
Wait,
this
what?
one off. Trying me to turn this clip off before this even goes.
Daylight is a
Daylight is a master troll, bro.
yeah. He's a he
Master
gonna,
troll.
it's one of those things where it's like his talent is so great. Sometimes he get bored and just want to do other shit, just to be like, just don't talk about my rapping. Talk about this because I'm so good at rapping and nobody wants to rap against me that I just gotta find a way to make the internet spice up a little bit. Like Daylight is pit, like it's just levels to this shit. And even in his diss, like even in his Jones that he's sending at Joey, like a lot of people not gonna like it because of the delivery, but a lot of people don't understand. Like we musicians, so we understand count. Right, and how to rhyme patterns, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are real A B or something like that, or A B C A B, whatever the case may be. Daylight is like A B C E D A B E, like it's like the way he rhyme is just so like it's like Eminem to like the Fifth Power, bro. Like he's just too skilled. So on a normal ear, it's gonna sound a mess, and it's like, all right, I see what he's saying, and this might have been okay, but I don't like the way he said it. Right. Like, and it's like, bro.
Like Basil would appreciate something like that.
Yeah, because you just need a certain level of intelligence to get certain things.
Yeah.
Like me and Jonesy was talking about it earlier, and it's just like everybody when you doing battle raps, everybody gonna be doing name flips. Like that's just the easiest thing to do. I'm gonna flip your name and use it all these different ways. But it's difference between a dude who can flip your name and make it a double entendre, right? Like I say, oh, you know what I mean, Flower Pot or Harry, like that's a double, right? But if I do it to an exponential level, like Daylight do. He say your name and he flip it, but that joint is a quadruple entendre. It's 4 meanings within that one or two bars.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And people just don't
Over
have that
somebody's head,
skill,
yeah.
right? So it's just like some people like, well, I don't get it, and until you break it down to them, it's like, oh snap, like I'll get it now. Oh, that is hot, but it's like if I gotta do that with you, you're not really my audience anyway. So that's why a lot of my stuff go over people here because it'd be like sometimes it's just too thought out for you to even, you know what I mean? So
But I told you tell a story though. Like I wouldn't, I would be I wouldn't understand the outsider not understanding it. You know what I mean? I would think if you are elementary with it, you should be able to understand those type of people that just give the bars because those are the ones that's gonna break it down and like I said, tell a story. All the other stuff, the mumble rap, the jumble rap, and all that stuff. That's the stuff I'm faded out.
Yeah.
I like the YouTube people who be actually breaking the bars down, and then you actually can like see because you can picture it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you understand everything, your comprehension level low.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna understand it, but I liked it like that. I enjoyed that. I was like, damn, they really going at it like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that joint was cool. But I mean, me competitively, I don't care who it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a response anyway, just because it's just fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
It's
know.
almost like intentional though, like to bring that West Coast, East Coast back up, but it's not trying to take it to that level where it's like violence involved, but just to get that banter going because hip hop really been dead. You know what I mean? Since you had that one spurt with Kendrick and Drake, but pretty much after that, it's like
Before that was really
it's nothing.
going
So it's
on.
like
Yeah.
they're trying to now spar that up. Now Kendrick. Even though we talk about Kendrick, they smart. They he brought up Kendrick, but Kendrick is still like the common denominator because he even said, "Man, let's bring the sport back. Like let's bring back hip hop. Let's bring back rapping." And it's like, all right, well, let's really do it. So I think it's actually like even Joey on JBP was saying it like this is good for rapping. Like, it's good for hip hop. Like to bring this type of competitive nature back into the sport. You know what I'm saying?
But something I did like what Joey said though, which is like is real true. Like he said something about how come East Coast rappers always dying over in the West. And I'm like, damn, like you sit there and think about it, bro. Like when West Coast people come here, bro, they don't be having no issues. Well, none that I probably know of. You know what I'm saying? But they don't be having no real issues. They don't be. It's not the same type of conversations. It seems like every time one of our East Coast rappers go over there, bro, it's always an extortion story, robbed, killed. Like it's just like.
But maybe it's because the West Coast don't they go to places where they know they can go. Where us, we're going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in the hood, like with our
Right.
chains on, with
But,
three
Bro,
different chains.
and that's the thing. Like a lot of people die in the West Coast because they don't respect West Coast culture. It's not like West Coast. That shit is like a country, and you gotta respect and abide by it. And you just want to be. You know how many people that I heard go on vacation talking about take me to the hood. For
Crazy
what?
to me.
You don't know how everybody hood give it up.
Crazy. to
You
me.
in an open carry state and you want to go to the hood.
And you can't wear everything over
Like
there
what,
either.
what are you doing?
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I went over there and our family reunion shirts. Mind you, I wasn't in there for much long. Wore a shirt to the store. Boy looked at me like I was crazy. I had a red shirt on. So listen,
It's really like that, bro.
I'm not from here. This is a family reunion shirt. We not from here. I'm just trying to get on the boat. That's it.
I'm about to say sometimes, but bro, like shit like this, music literally could save your life. Like I remember when my brother was living in Chicago and I knew I was going, and J. Cole had that line in the song. I don't know what it meant, but he said in Chicago, I kept my head straight. Nigga, if you ever been there, you know what's up. Nigga, that was the only place I never wore a hat. I wore a Scully the whole time I was in Chicago. I wore a Scully the whole time. I don't want it pointing in no direction because I don't know which direction is the
That's
safe.
crazy. They said direction.
Yeah,
means
so like
something.
however, like yeah, whatever angle you had on,
Yeah.
it could be gang affiliation. So, and then it's colors and stuff. Like I watched like a 15-minute video when all this Kendrick shit was going on when he did the concert and had all the different gangs on there, bro. They put out so many hats, and what these hats mean in gang culture over there, bro. You can't wear a Phillies hat, you can't wear Cincinnati Reds hat, you can't wear a Pirates hat, you can't wear a 49ers hat, you can't it's like
'Cause
and
the
these
P-
neighborhoods be across
The
from each
P
other.
stand for Paru. So you can't wear a red P hat because it stands for Paru.
But then it's crazy because you cannot wear the red joint, but you could wear the blue joint because like it's so many rules. The video was
I can
15
wear
minutes
black,
long.
all
many
black,
politics.
everything, bro.
So many
But it's certain
politics.
black hats like Raiders hats and stuff like that. Certain hats you can't wear, bro. It's just it was too much. They ran through like 40 hats, bro, and it's like, nigga, give me a paper planes joint. Like just give me the paper planes joint.
Man, I'm just keep. I'm just
Let,
get it.
let me just keep my
Haircut
emotional
and
habits
call
on.
it a day.
Right.
Hey, damn, let me get 3 more of these.
Yo, look, do y'all like what is y'all travel etiquette? Like do people understand travel etiquette?
Well, I don't travel anywhere where I don't know somebody that lives there.
Okay.
So that's why people, you want to go to this country, that country? Nah, I'm cool.
I mean, I'm going out the country, or if I'm going somewhere, I ain't going to no hood. Like I'm staying. Only joint I did go to PB&J when I went to Miami, but I was with a guy that's from the neighborhood. Like I was in his car, so we knew. Like no cat. We did drive slow, but we is like he did something to like be recognized because niggas was looking. Like even though PB&J is not like how it was back when Trina and all of them was there and all that. Like they talking about niggas coming out the bushes like crazy. But when we was driving through, you did have cars like turning their lights on and then certain things like that. But that was the only thing. Like, but I knew how to handle myself because I mean, when you are from the hood area, like you know how like you got street smarts though. Like you know how to like your surroundings and watch your surroundings. But outside of that, I'm not going to the hood. Like I'm staying in, on a resort or I'm staying in like, a suburban area, downtown area if I'm traveling.
One thing I have learned though, like going to different places, bro, Philly gets a lot of respect.
Yep.
Because a lot of these other places, Chicago, LA, all these other places, New York, they do gangs and stuff. Philly people just care about being tough themselves. Like, I don't need no team. I don't need no color.
Right.
I'm going to beat you the fuck up because I want to beat you the fuck up. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else.
Right.
It's just the principle. You disrespecting me. I don't care what you wearing. I don't care where you from. Bro, you could be from across the street. I will beat you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people really respect about Philly is that we don't have no gang culture, but niggas is just
we not
they
punks,
just
though, like,
confident.
right,
Like,
right.
bro, my knuckle game good. It could be 6 of y'all. A Philly nigga's gonna fight you.
Right.
Like, he don't care. Like,
And they
you know
know
what I'm saying?
that.
Yeah, and that
They
be
know it.
because everywhere I go, bro, they're like, we from Philly. Then it's like
Yep.
the demeanor just softens up.
Yep.
Like, oh, all right, dang, how is it out there, man?
we understand,
Like, yeah,
right,
like you feel what I'm saying?
right.
So that is one thing I've learned while traveling, where it's like Philly people just get
Yeah, I ain't
respect.
gonna lie,
But this
people
YN
love us.
culture is getting crazy though. That joint getting out of hand. I don't even know if it's a gang because nigga, everybody YN in different states. So it's like, are they all together?
They got London YNs.
Like this is crazy. Like it just that's just a whole that's a worldwide international game.
I mean, anywhere I travel to, I haven't been out the country. Well, I guess I would consider that being out the country. But when I got to Mexico,
What Atlanta ain't out the country.
I went to Mexico. What are you talking about?
Stop playing with my boy, bro.
I went out there, right? So me, I'm a type person. I like to. If I'm on a, that's the first time I've been on a cruise, and they like, yeah, you got 8 hours to be on the island. I'm gonna exert all 8 hours. And my family was still asleep. I was up. Man, we drink until 4 in the morning. I'm up at 7:30 off the boat. So one boy, I get out there, boy, like, he like, yeah, you want to ride the ATVs? You waiting for other people? I'm like, no, I'm by myself. One boy like, yo, be careful out this joint. Like, they got like a little cartel. This joint. I said, that's cool too. Cause guess what? I'm on ATV where they tell me to go. I'm going ATV when I'm going back. After that, chill, eat, get something to eat. I'm going back on the boat. So I ate. That's what I did. Rode
ATVs by itself is crazy though, bro.
I rode the street though. I rode the street where the ATV was like where. So say this where where it started at. I went to there, pulled over to get something to eat, came back, got my ass back on the boat. I got a massage too, but yeah, I did.
One of them hair massages?
Whoa, no.
What is that?
It was a female.
What is that hair massage, bro? I just asked a
Oh
whole
yeah,
big
he be
question.
grabbing his butt. Yeah, you're right.
It was definitely a female. You know what I mean?
What was his name?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
No, those massages in Mexico was good though. I got a couple.
But I had a little razor joint. Like, I mean, just in case anybody come in, I'm like, yeah, I joined them.
Carrying a shank on a cruise?
How you get that off?
I got it soon. I got the boat. You know, they got all the stores. Like when you
Oh,
go,
you
it's
bought
all
it
the
off
stores.
the- oh,
Hey,
I
got me a little pocket joint real quick.
I'm not a touristy boy, bro. Like I go places and I don't do none of the touristy things.
Really? No other excursions or nothing? This nigga staying on the whole. He staying at the resort the whole.
You know,
Well,
like
I don't
that
go.
either?
Well, I also don't stay. Well, I mean,
like
I
the
guess
beach.
Vegas would be resorts, but it's just like I don't want to do nothing, bro. I be having a goal when I go certain places where it's like I want to do this. I don't do. That's why I don't do group trips. I'm not a good group. Don't take me on no group trips. Don't invite me on no group trip because I'm a slide. Say what's up to all y'all. Y'all got like 4
So you trying
hours.
to tell me? Look, you're talking about. So you trying to tell me if Eb and them say, yo, everybody, we out with this, you gonna be like, no, I'm staying here. Y'all do y'all.
He gonna go.
Nah,
and
because-
you're not gonna see him
No,
until it's time to come back home.
Yeah, so
Dio.
listen, this how I went.
That's crazy.
So like a couple weeks, last time I went to the one time I went to Vegas in a group strike setting, Chuck Pool people was going. It was Rel's bachelor party, and me and Kara's birthday. I didn't know Kara was coming. She came with her friends out there. Chuck had his pool people out there who like 13 people, and then Rel had his bachelor people there. So we there, Bishop, everybody was there, and I was there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I got there. They all got there at 10 at night. I got there at 10 in the morning. I was able to switch my flight and get there early. So I'm hanging with my older cousin and I link with my younger cousin Penny later that night or whatever like that. So I'm spending time with family for the first 10 hours. When everybody landed, everybody put their stuff in their room. We took one group trip to the strip club. After that, them niggas ain't see me for the rest of the 5 days I was there.
That's crazy.
And then they all left, and then I flew to Arizona to spend 5 days with my family. So it's like, they did ATVs, they did helicopter trips, all that stuff. Bro, I'm in the poker room. Or I'm at what's the fucking slushy joint? Fat Tuesdays, getting me a big fucking Eiffel Tower slushy, nigga.
Talking to people that's there.
Yeah, I'm on the strip talking to people, bro. It's so much on like Vegas just got so much to do, bro. And you ain't gotta be touristy
I ain't
for it.
gonna
I'm
lie.
not spending $180 to ride no fucking helicopter. Rest in
Speaking
peace,
of
Kobe,
Vegas,
nigga.
my folks was asking me like, yo, you want to go to Vegas? I'm like, no. They're like, why not? Vegas is a vibe. I'm like, not my vibe. What I'm going there for? Oh yeah, they like, yeah, you don't like gambling. Oh yeah, so what I'm going there for? Oh, you got clubs.
To
Okay.
Vegas?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, Vegas is not just gambling. Gambling,
no,
gambling is what they promote in Vegas. Vegas is always a concert or show out there.
Yeah.
It's always all type of events, bro. It's so much. Vegas really got hotels built around kids, bro. New York, Circus. Them shits got roller coasters in them and all like them. It's real stuff to do out Vegas. You just got to know what to do. They just promote the gambling shit because niggas got it's a lot of gambling addicts in the world. Like
I'd rather go to either New Orleans or Miami.
New Orleans is one of my favorite trips, bro.
I love New Orleans.
Miami just sound like a disease.
Miami was fun.
I'm
too.
never going to Miami, bro.
Really? It was fun.
See how you'll never go to Miami? I'm never going to Vegas.
But that's because I'm not so certain. Like I want to go to New Orleans. Like I'm not a foodie, but they food just seem good, right?
That's all you
So-
do is eat down there.
Right.
Eat and
So
drink.
I'll go somewhere like that, but I'm not like a party bull. So things that's just promoted by party, bro. Like what's they do in Miami besides? Because I'm not a beach bull. I'm not a party bull. All I'm gonna do in Miami is drink. But what I'm gonna drink inside the hotel or just standing on Ocean Drive or whatever the case may be, Collins Ave. Like I ain't trying to do that shit. And then it's all in Spanish with too much temptation. Cuban women? Nah, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm be just like Jonesy.
Well, I
With water, you feel
I think you selling yourself short because you a people person. Like nigga, that's all you do down in New Orleans.
That's
Like you
why I
meet
get
so many
myself in
people.
trouble though.
He's in Miami, not New Orleans. He said he want to go to New
But in
Orleans.
Miami, the same thing. Like, bro, all you do is walk the strip. You meeting people. Like, bro,
But the
it's
crazy part is, bro, I'll show you when we off air. My cousin live in Miami or whatever. Every time Lid go down there to see him, bro, yacht party, mansion party is the ratio is crazier than you being R&B. It's like 15 guys and like 100 women. I don't need that kind of pressure in my life. I'm
That pressure.
bro. This nigga in the section. That's the one that designed the clothes for Fab and shit like that. Nigga in the section with Mayweather, hanging with Rick Ross. You name a celebrity, bro. When they in Miami, he with them. They partying together. All that, like that nigga is like.
fix your mic. You're John Chopper. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like I can't be around all that. I'm cool. I'ma just
He said that kind of
Jonesy.
pressure.
That's a place you're not going.
I ain't going nowhere. I be chilling.
this nigga said he going.
Oh my
Hold
God.
on, this nigga said he ain't going
But
nowhere,
when I
but he
start-
going on tour.
When I start touring, I might have to go places. But I'm gonna be in the room, bro. I'm gonna do the joint. I'm gonna do
They an
the call
introvert,
time.
man.
I see that.
Introvert. A cool introvert though.
I'm kind of am, but I'm kind of not. I just don't be caring, bro. That's the main thing. Like I don't be caring. Like when people actually sit down and talk to me, they be like, "Oh, you cool and shit. I thought you was
I
quiet."
tell you,
Like,
dog, we was to do a guy trip, bro. We will have a ball, bro. We will have a ball, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
What kind of ball you talking about?
On Cop Sparkle, bro.
I wouldn't want to.
We never had
I wanna
unity,
have
bro.
balls.
No, I said,
don't wanna
I
have no
met you. I
ball.
said, what kind of ball we gonna have? Because listen, if Mav is gonna do one thing and be chilling, disappear, Jonesy not gonna do nothing.
Nigga, we outside then, dog. Forget them. Me and you, we outside.
See, I'm not mixy, but
could do that.
I got mixy powers. I don't.
What you mean?
I do feel like we do need a joint where
Like-
we can go somewhere and then we can interview
I could
somebody
be
randomly.
entertaining and have conversations with whoever. And
That's what I'm
even
saying,
if they
like,
even
bro,
if
you
they
gotta
not
talk.
looking at me, even if they not looking at me like, yo, what like first of all, if I come in the room, they gonna be like, yo, he look cool. What the hell does he do? And then you crack a couple jokes.
Your
You
own
would treat
swag start a
somebody
conversation without you even having to engage. But it ain't you not rude. It's not like you're not gonna engage into a conversation. You alone gonna spark a conversation, bro, without you even having to say anything. Somebody gonna ask, yo, where you get that from? Yo, who made that? Boom, there's the conversation.
And I feel like for real,
Right? Am I telling the truth?
You telling the truth?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I think both of y'all, everybody's something. Well, he ain't say it, but everybody's selling themselves short. Nigga, you talk nonstop. You love talking to people. When we out, bro, you love talking to people. You love mingling. So y'all niggas selling yourself short. We go out somewhere, especially listen, bro. I lie to you not. Out the country is so different. This is why I love going out the country. Everybody go out there with that same mindset. Yo, they letting this stuff go. Like it's just like a bunch of adults enjoying themselves, enjoying the getting away from the stress of daily life and just having a ball, bro. It's totally different out in the country. I like out the state is cool. I love it, but just going out the country, I'm telling you, you get to really experience people and like how they are. And I'm telling you, you will go out there like, yo, why am I acting like this? Seriously, like, bro, I'm out there just mingling, just smiling for no reason, just happy. Like, you really get that, bro.
You don't do that here.
I'm serious, man. It's just like you will. Like, you just going out, leaving the room, and just like, ain't no way y'all gonna want to be in the room. Not out the country where it's sun shining, good food, good people, nobody on no BS.
I don't know.
telling you.
My pop and my sister just came back from Mexico, and they was like, "Yo, that food was horrible."
They stayed at,
In
they
Mexico?
stayed at the regular resort.
One of them was no, they was in Cancun. One stayed in my pop stayed at
That makes sense.
Planet Hollywood, and then my sister she stayed in like Rio, something like that. And she said she was like they both said, "Yo, I was cool. Like that food was horrible." You know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't always about just you gonna enjoy the food. I mean, some people get turned off.
I'm talking about the experience. I'm not even saying
Some
food.
you can have bad food and then turn your whole day off. Like I ain't worried about that excursion. I just ate some nasty ass fucking chicken.
Yeah, I never experienced that, bro. I'm just saying.
I
Anytime
mean, everybody don't experience everything. Like I'm just saying, though, some people get turned off. They the ones I don't like being on trip with. People who get instantly turned off by stuff.
if you go in there with a mindset of like, I'm looking for like an issue, I'm looking for something that's gonna be crazy. Like if you go into that mindset just happy and grateful to get away and be able to get away, I think you're gonna overlook a lot of those type of things. Now, are you gonna have a great experience everywhere you go? Heck no. But it's like when you go in there just with that peaceful just mindset of just relaxing and enjoying yourself, you gonna overlook all that stuff, bro. So I think for you to have a bad experience there, something got to happen, or you gotta have that mindset of still bringing here to there.
Speaking of enjoying yourself, shout out to OKC, man. I mean,
Here we go. Here we go.
Listen. I'm just here to say, you know what I mean? First of all, shout out to my couch cousin, man, because he without prompt, without anything, he hit me up, sent me a nice lengthy text and voice chat. You know what I'm saying? To let me know, like, you know what I'm saying? You was right. I was wrong. That's all I wanted. You feel me? It's like
That's all I wanted.
juice in the second. On the other hand,
Nah, we gonna talk about that. Hold on, I gotta say something. Because Denver lost. He like, yo, you see what the goddamn Seattle snort like, nigga? Why we talking about them, bro? These niggas just lost 2 minutes ago. Man probably looked at it like, man, I ain't answering that dumb shit.
Yeah, you
say something about football.
Yo, this nigga, he changed the football so quick, nigga. I didn't even let that text end. I let that voice message play halfway through. As soon as I heard, bro, I'm watching football. You see what's happening in football? Nigga, no, we not on that yet, nigga.
Listen.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my team, man, making out the second round.
Y'all look good.
Shea getting MVP.
Yeah.
Definitely that. And we just looking good, man. And I just think now I'm able to say this team is better than that KD Russ Harden team. Because they first 2 years in playoff, they've done more both years in their first 2 years.
Is Shea taking over your Westbrook fandom?
Never.
Yeah.
Westbrook, my favorite player of all time, bro. It's never gonna be nobody to take that over. I mean, I still think Westbrook's the greatest MVP to come from OKC too. His MVP year was way better than Durant year and better than Shea's year. Bro, he averaged 31, 10, and 11. What are you talking about? And took no All-Stars to the freaking playoffs.
I was talking to my pop about something earlier today, and I don't know if this is true or not. And I said Embiid might be the only MVP winner that never been out the second round.
Tracy McGrady ever won? No,
That's
Tracy
the
McGrady
Sixers
never
gotta
won.
get
I
to catch a string.
Is that crazy?
Tracy never won MVP.
You don't like them Sixers catching the
Bro, that's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like-
No, because Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett was talking, and they was like, yo, blow the whole process up. I said 2-3 seasons ago, like, yo, you need to move away from Embiid because the way the team is structured, you can't build a
These
team
niggas trying to bring KD
that's gonna
here,
win.
bro. Why are we trying to get
First of all, Gilly just cursed
stupid, bro?
Embiid out on that podcast P.
He cursed Paul George out.
No,
too.
he wasn't. No, that was
Said, I ain't give you a chance. He said you got your one chance already. It's go time now. PG looked like he was scared, bro. Yeah, you right.
And we ain't gonna stay here long. But what do y'all feel like? You a Sixers fan? Y'all got the third pick,
Bro, I'd be pissed if they trade that pick, bro, to get some Kevin Durant.
Nigga,
They not trade. They not. They better.
Bro,
not
no,
gonna
the
do
talks
right with the
is
pick.
PG in third.
But so listen,
For KD.
beyond the last 3 years of the Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia across the board has the worst front offices.
bro.
And the Phillies when they brought Harper in. Besides those two things,
And we still question the Phillies owner, like, cause he really ain't really doing.
but the
much.
Phillies been perennial playoff team since
We got
they
Harper,
made their
Trey
moves.
Turner. We got
Not-
Harper,
but
Trey Turner.
but that's not our Achilles heel. We never bring pitchers in. That's the problem. That's why we don't go.
I don't
as
watch
far as we
baseball
need to.
enough to have this conversation with you.
I do. So that's
So,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. I
that
know.
is.
Especially
But-
the team. I'm a real Philly fanatic, bro. I watch my Phillies.
You the green ball?
Huh?
Oh,
I mean, the last time y'all had a solid pitcher, didn't y'all lose to the in the World Series?
Lost to the Yankees.
Yeah, y'all had a good pitcher then.
We had,
We had a good. We
had
had
five
a
starter
We had a solid
pitchers.
team that year. Like, 'cause we won the Super.
Hold
we
on,
won
who
the series.
was y'all pitcher?
The five pitchers we had.
Yeah,
We
Cole.
had,
we had the I forgot his
We
name.
had
Cole.
Cole Hamels. We
Cole
had
Hamels,
Brad
yeah.
Lidge. As our closer, we had
The bull who
we had the
died.
bull. No, Holiday wasn't there.
Holly was there.
No, Holiday. No, he wasn't.
He
And that
did.
World Series
Holly
team?
No,
was
he
there.
came that year. He did.
He was
the
there.
year that we won.
Yeah, Roy Halladay
Came
was
the next day.
I'm not. Let's start with the O.
Jamie Moyer. We had him.
We had a lot of good pitchers that
We
time.
had a solid. Like, we brought the 08 World Series champions back. Like, we was only person I think we lost was James Worthy. I think Jason Worth. I'm sorry, Jason Worth.
I'm about to
I think
say.
that's
Worthy.
I'm about to say, God damn. When
nigga
did he start
sound
playing
like
baseball?
Jason Worth. I think that was the year we lost him to Washington.
Bro.
I believe.
bro, Siakam got 21 of their 31 points.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Phillies year of the year should have won, but the Yankees was just great. They were just great that year.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, I won't be surprised if the Sixers mess this up because the front
never-
office is just not good.
The
Like,
Sixers never been good with the top
only
three picks.
reason the Eagles been good is because that nigga philosophy is once we lose a game, I'm picking up the best free agent available. Like, that's every time they lose a game, this nigga just go get the best person available, make a crazy trade. Like, look, fuck the picks, we trying to win now, and it worked out for them, right? You know what I mean? This season, like, do I think they go back? I don't think so, but. I'm not on football right now. I'm still in NBA season.
You know what the thing is though, like with these teams front offices, it's like a puzzle. Like you can get the best free agent, but is that free agent going to fit
The
with the
system.
team?
Mhm.
And that's the problem. Like I feel like in the NBA, like you see a player on a team, they be like, "Oh, he trash. He ain't got it no more." This, that, and the third. No, you got him in a system that don't work with what he offers.
And we see that all
so
the
why
time.
did you get him in the first place?
We see that all the time.
People
'cause-
don't understand. It's not just about how they gonna play together on the floor. It's a culture fit. People don't understand culture fits, right? So you got to understand. Yeah, this person could be talented. He very talented, but if this person is like standoffish, he just on his own thing. He mess up the locker room, and bro, that kills a season, bro. When one player kills a locker room, season done.
But that's the
Regardless if
thing.
you
A
get-
lot of these teams, they want their fan base to get hyped up because for real, it's about the bottom dollar, right? Some of these teams, they make these trades and get these players knowing we not ready to win a championship, but this is enough to sell out at least a half a season. You feel what I'm saying? And my thing is, they don't be taking in account of like everything else beyond that. Like I remember when everybody, Harden, KD, Kyrie on the Nets going to win the ring. The first thing I said to niggas, and Doc could say that, shout out to my man Doc, bro, there's no leader on that team. Who on the team is gonna be a leader? Nobody on that team has leadership quality. You feel what I'm saying? Kyrie maybe developed some since then in his trips over there, but he already had a cancer, locker room cancer stigma on him. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like KD already said, I'm not that person that I want people to, I say, follow me. I'm going to take us here. He said, I'm not that person. I worry about me and what I do. I don't want nobody from. That's why he ain't working OKC, because Russ was the alpha and the leader, but he wasn't the leader of the team. It was KD's team, right? So then you take Russ and
Like
put him
real backwards, right?
Huh? Yeah, right.
real backwards.
So it's like if you got all the skill and talent and they putting all the money behind you and you the nigga in the middle of the center when we walk into the arena, but I'm the one with the personality, like, let's go, y'all. We only down 20. We can come back and win this game. And you over there like, yeah, I'm just worried about me, man. I gotta go at least 50% in the second half. Like but we supposed to follow you.
Right.
Because the organization is making you the leader. Bro, that causes so much turmoil and it's just crazy. And it tore them niggas apart. You know what I'm saying? Luckily they had their own personal relationship they was able to rebuild. But it's like, bro, that joint fucked them up for a couple years. Like Russ would not talk to that nigga.
Bro, they would. Like, even the All-Star joint, like, they would sitting on opposite ends. And when they did that little one alley-oop, everybody started clapping and stuff on the joint.
Bro,
It
that's
was crazy.
so dumb though, because it's like you could have literally kept that duo together and just set them down and said, Kevin, you are the most talented player we have, but Westbrook is our leader. and you
Yeah.
could have had them playing off. Like I'm sure
Draymond
like,
Steph kind of
far-
situation.
As far as Kobe and Shaq, the way I look at that is as far as everything that it takes to be a basketball player, passing, dribbling, shooting, defending. I feel like Kobe was better at all of that, but it's like, yo, with that being said, we now have a bunch of centers that's 7'1", 350 pounds. So no matter how good you are, he's going to have the mismatch every night. So we're playing through him. And although that might have frustrated Kobe because sometimes Shaq was coming back out of shape and stuff, but Kobe still understood the assignment. They could have did something with Russ and KD if they just would have made that clear.
No, I agree. Yo, let me ask y'all this: have y'all been keeping up with the RG3 Ryan Clark situation?
I don't like it, bro. I've been keeping.
Nah, what's going on? with
I
that?
like
I
it.
say, so give me a little.
Man, so you know the situation, the ongoing. I think we talked about this before too. You know, with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. So you know the little game that they had where Caitlin did the flagrant and Angel Reese got up and RG3 was like, yo, you could tell that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. So using that hatred word, she already getting race threats. She's already getting backlash by Caitlin's fans and whatnot, trying to demonize her for you to go on your platform with your white wife in the background clapping and cheering you on. So of course Ryan Clark is going to defend. First of all, him and RG3 don't even like each other. Like he just got that clear. And I think RG3 still salty that he got fired from ESPN. So he's really been like attacking people that's really on there, but really just agreeing with the opposite sex, or not the opposite sex, but the opposite side of everything.
Right.
So and he already got the label of cornball from us anyway because he, you just tell you don't fit in with the culture.
Right.
But no, RG3 came up as like, you how the things you can say, or how can you say she hate this person where you're adding fuel to the fire of which she's already getting attacked that we're protecting, but then you not understanding what our black women go through because you're not going home to a black woman.
Right.
You're going home to a woman that's privileged already. You know what I mean? And you highlight that like, yo, that's a trophy. Whereas he even credited his wife. Then this boy responded like, yo, that's low of you. Like really trying to get this man fired from ESPN. And saying like, yo, I thought our family and stuff was off limits where, yo, he didn't even attack your family. He really was coming at you. And Stephen A said it like, I'm going to send y'all the links just to look at everything. But, did she just fall? Matt, are you okay?
Dang. I thought we was having an earthquake. I'm like, we got an earthquake in Philly.
Everybody concerned in the father. Damn.
Yo, you can't cause it.
The fuck?
You okay? You was sleeping?
You all right?
Yeah, she was asleep.
You asleep?
Sit all the way in the chair.
You all right, girl?
Put the
Damn.
put the ball back on the thing.
You talking about some day?
That's a crazy sleep.
This nigga ain't- I don't feel bad about
Yeah.
it.
It's on Maddie's side.
Like,
That shit shook her whole world up.
She woke her brother up and
Be
everything.
up for the next 4 days.
Scared me too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I know. I thought. I'm like, yo, what the? Thought the living room was coming down. I was like, hide your kids. Thought niggas was walking upstairs like usual.
I looked up, I'm like, what? And I looked over.
Yo,
Ashton the Tyrannosaurus
Hey, yo.
Rex, boy. That boy,
Hey,
heavy
yo.
foot, boy.
this nigga said,
Yo.
damn. It wasn't even, yo, it wasn't even the young boy that's a little older.
Yeah.
It's the baby girl.
All I see was an empty seat. I'm like,
She
got empty.
fell through the floor.
Nigga said, damn. He didn't even get the fuck up. Man, getting up. I'm about to get up. I'm like, this nigga like,
I look
damn.
up, like, but I see.
Yo, he's still the
I see her
father of the
hands still
year.
hanging on, so I'm
That's
like,
father of the
oh,
year,
she's
baby.
falling up.
Yo,
He teaches
her
toughness.
mom is using this footage in court.
Nigga said, damn.
You're out of
Hey, get up. I just got you some sneaks.
He shows no concern for the child.
That shit was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Yo.
Yo,
Nigga said, damn. Hey, yo. Oh my god, that is fucking crazy. That is really crazy,
My man
bro.
is teaching toughness, bro. That's what I like. That's
no,
all
what's
part
crazy
father.
is though when you know your kids though, like you know you got a clumsy kid and your kid just falling all around, everybody's so concerned. You like, bro, get up. Like, what are you doing? Like, it do be like
But
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and it wasn't like a smack. It was you heard a chair moving. I'm like, what the hell? Looking like, oh, all right. It's like,
Fucking crazy.
Oh,
Saying damn.
Right.
I'm just waiting for it. Yo, get up.
You ain't hurt? Yo.
some
Oh
type
my
of console,
God.
No.
whatever.
That's crazy in such a
Consoling.
serious topic.
Listen, man.
But
Let's
no,
get back to
man.
this RG3, man.
What you
Because
think, though?
this is my whole thing, right?
Mhm.
I think a lot of times we leave from perspectives that were seeds that was planted from what somebody else said.
Mhm.
If we just look at the play, right? First of all, they said Angel Reese been sickling Caitlin Clark out the air since last season on some unnecessary type time, right? It was a take foul. It was one of them Jones where like, no, you're not about to score. Little shove. She got up all whatever. I do feel like women and children should be off limits. You know what I mean? And this is the crazy thing about Ryan Clark. You talking about you can't identify because you go home to a white woman. The nigga's still black. His mom or dad is black. His sisters and relatives is black. His aunts and uncles is black. Just because somebody chooses the white side, but Ryan Clark, your first baby mom is white. A lot of people don't know that.
He acknowledged it. He even posted a picture. He posted a picture of
Yeah,
it.
but why did you do that? Because whatchamacallit, what's his name? LaShawn McCoy? Whoever used to be y'all running back. He was like, yo, they both kind of cornballs. Like, you saying that about his wife and you bringing it up, which is kind of crazy because you got a white baby mom. And then all of a sudden, Ryan Clark go, this is my white baby mom. Was you going to do that before he said that? Or was you going to play this thing like, I just think it's corny because all he said was like, yo, I think she hates her. And y'all turned it
But
into
he
some
didn't-
race shit.
But he didn't. But it's already been racist already. Like it's already that's the combat. That's the factor between those two. Where the analysts, the ladies that's cover the sport is trying to make it into just basketball. Basketball. But everybody else is because she is receiving racial. Bro, they are investigating it. Like she's getting racial slurs. She's getting death threats by her fandom, like by Caitlin Clark's fan base. And that's what the just of it. So to know that she's experienced that and going through that, for you to where you have a loud voice to say, yo, she hate, and he didn't just say she did hate. He then went into detail of showing different scenarios of why she hate her. Like, bro, that
So-
would.
so
But
let
you
me
see,
ask
but
you a
you got,
question.
but
Let
you
me
gotta
ask you this
understand
real
too, though.
quick.
The media always spin a lot of things like
Exactly,
like
bro.
right, and they did this with the Bird and Magic thing. Like they always, when it comes to this black and white thing in the sports world or political world, it's always just this racial component, right? No matter what it is or who it is going to be, right? So it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, they could have just left it at like, yo, all right, that was a flagrant foul, and left it at that. Bro, it got deeper and deeper as the week went. Bro, that play happened last week. It's a flagrant foul, bro.
But I think what made it even worse
Move
is
on.
the stuff that, but the media isn't causing with the backlash that
You know,
Angels.
the media do, Rob. I'm tell you,
They're
why.
highlighting it.
Bro, why you think anything happen in the world with sports today or anything with music, bro? Who does the most damage? The artists or the sport or the players or the media?
I get it, but that's their job to talk about it.
But no, you could talk about it, but then they always got these spins like, oh, it's this deeper thing, right? I was watching this clip. I'm gonna let Jonesy go ahead to this. They was talking about the East Coast West Coast joint, right? And even Pac said, bro, he said it's not us. He said it's really just the media spinning all this stuff, and it got people who really don't understand who on the outside looking in, making it bigger than what it is, right? The media always does that instead of just saying, you know what? All right, maybe it's not as deep. Let's just keep it on the flagrant foul. All right, that game over next game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yo, they should have just left it at the flagrant foul. First of all, the play that happened before it was Angel pushed one of their players. So all Caitlyn did was respond by saying, all right, you push mine, I'm going to push you.
And that's why both of them responded as, yo, that was just a basketball play. They are. But the thing is that when you are receiving racial things from fans.
Harry, I want to say something on that. My bad.
Go ahead, John.
What you think they be saying when niggas playing Boston?
I'm sure.
What you think they saying when they playing Indiana? Like, bro, you literally said you want to be the villain. Like, you do not like this girl. And all he said was, I think she hates her. He didn't say she hates her because she white or whatever the case may be. Like, he didn't say that. like you turned that into that Ryan Clark.
Mm-hmm.
You try like what a lot of black people do a lot of times is they try to play the race card, which is crazy because when Lisa Leslie was sitting with Angel Reese, she said, "I'm gonna work with your game, and the first thing we're gonna work on is your layups." What the fuck are you talking about? You in the WNBA? You are a big, and you shooting like under damn near 40% in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you're not that good. You hustle and you work hard, but you're not that good. That might be what it's more about than anything else, bro. I don't think it's a black and white thing. They
I-
making it into that.
we know that the talent level is totally different. Like they're not
Yeah.
even close. But I still think it's still fuel to the fire when you have a voice. Like I wouldn't, because if you got fans that literally like worship that girl, and you got fans that will go crazy, like where if it's more than just like I said, race, is death threats that she's getting. So when you adding hate, and a fan will see that, you never know what danger that can put that girl in.
All this
So that's
started
where they're coming from. That's where Ryan and them coming from, is protecting our black women.
First of
You
all,
think
all this
Angel-
started.
you think
All this
Angel
started
Reese
from
got
the
an army?
championship game.
You think she got an army?
I'm not saying that at all. And that's, but bro, it's still the world is crazy.
And but this
like
I'll say this real
you-
quick, right? Last
think
year,
about all about celebrities that house got robbed in and stuff like that. Like how that like things got like you can still
that's
be-
bro.
like,
All I'm saying is I get what you're saying, right? I get what you're saying, but it works both ways on the other side. You got fans that ride for you too. You got fans that's doxing people addresses and all types of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't speak out against that. Like when Caitlin Clark was playing last year, the couple clips I saw, she got fouled, whatever the case may be. She got up, she was hooping. Because my mentality is people do that to you like on the butt of the rim. They kept throwing Shepard on the ground, throwing him on the ground, throwing him on the ground. But eventually they started getting scared because he kept coming forward and he wasn't backing down. All of that is some mind game to play on your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting thrown down. She was getting up. You get thrown down and it's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But you was throwing people down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we talking about?
And the thing is, bro, all this started over a jester in the championship game, bro. At no point of that year, that college year, that was a rivalry.
Yep.
Right? This all started from Angel Reese doing the jester because she said, well, Caitlyn did it before, but nobody said him. And it just led to that. Then the next year, is they going to go back to the championship? All that. Bro, all that started over a jester. It wasn't like how Magic and Bird was, where both players was like the nation was like, yeah, they gonna link up. It wasn't like that, bro. That stuff happened over a jester, bro. Like I don't even get where the beef come in at. Like through the media, I was like, bro, she made a jester. They beat them in the championship. The next year, if I'm not mistaken, did Iowa beat them again?
Yeah, well, Iowa beat them. LSU beat them the first time.
Yeah, Iowa beat them in the right before the championship, right? So, but bro, it'd be spiced up over nothing, bro. Like Angel Reese was never the best player on her team. Never the best player on her team. Not to take away from her talent, but she was never the best player on her team. So, at the end of the day, what type of rivalries are we talking about? Over a jester? Because we can't be talking about individual.
And I don't. It's not around revolving talent.
That's what I'm saying.
Or so just revolving against to racism. That's pretty much what it is. But of course, I think in the end, where the players, I don't think they hate each other. I just think it could be jealousy there around the attention, because they both are they are highlighted in the WNBA. They are causing ticket sales, but you could, of course, the talent level is by far like A to F. Like we get that.
They try to do that with Paige and Juju. Only reason why that didn't go as far as because Juju got hurt. Right, so it's just like, bro,
that can really be
the media always looks for something, right? They always look for something to create a rivalry out of, right? And if Juju would never got hurt, she played in that UConn game, played in that game against UConn, bro, we still be talking about it still to the day.
I think the only difference, bro, is y'all saying Magic and Bird, Juju, Page, but the difference is when it comes to this rivalry or putting these two together, they're always praising one's talent and then diminishing one's talent, right? It's not. They was always saying, "Dang, Bird is great at shooting, right? Magic is great at he can play all 5 positions, blah blah blah." What do they say good about Angel Reese ever? They talk about her rebounding, but they downplay it by saying, "Well, she's only getting all them rebounds because she's missing shots. She can't get a layup. She's getting 5 rebounds a possession." They don't talk about Caitlin Clark averaging the most turnovers at a rookie ever in WNBA history. They don't talk about that ever, right? So when you're talking about, bro, it's a disparity in talent because that's what they make y'all believe. Right. No, it don't matter how she getting the rebounds. The girl, and she's also one of the best offensive rebounders. Is it off her misses all the time? No. Is it more times than more other people? Probably, but that's okay. But Caitlin got the most 20-10 assist games in WNBA history in 43 games, but she also had the most turnovers as a rookie and in WNBA history in one season too. But nobody ever talked about that, right? So my thing is, y'all can sit here and say it's not a black-white thing, but it is. Because it's always in the media. They always, bro, when Kobe was one of the best players in the world, after that rape case, bro, what happened? They told niggas, if you got the vote, you would have got 2. Jones was talking about this shit. You would have had 2 more MVPs if you never caught that case. That nigga he died, bro. And the first thing they were saying on ESPN was, back when he caught that case in 19, bro, why are you talking about a rape case? This man passed away. But what they do when all these white celebrities pass away, athletes, whatever, they don't never speak on that shit. So let's not act like we don't understand what the hell the case is. Yeah, she's not as good as that girl is on the basketball court, but that girl also isn't a top 15 WNBA player. Let's be real here. There's way more skilled players in that WNBA with her, black and white. She's a Sabrina Ionescu 2.0, but not really as good yet because she's not as efficient. We've seen her before. We've never seen an A'ja Wilson. Why isn't she the face of the league?
And the thing is, but that's why I respect Ryan Clark. I respect even Stephen A. They steadfast on like speaking up, right? Sometimes we don't like the way they present it sometimes, right? And they represent us very well. They articulate their points and it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was clear what he said, bro. We were protecting our people. And that's what it is because it is. Yo, you don't hear any you hear about her, oh, she too focused on being a celebrity. Right? She too focused on going to the Met Galas and all that stuff. So what? Caitlin Clark was with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
we
celebrated that.
Because they're trying to have her on some shut up and dribble shit.
Come on, man.
And that's not what she's trying to do.
No, she know that.
But you want to hear something crazy? Because you said something about when Kobe passed away, it was ESPN and it was this, that, and the third, right? You know who was the one that said something about his rape case? And it was said to Lisa Leslie.
Oprah?
Gayle King.
Oh, yeah, my fault. Yeah, Gayle King.
Oh, yeah.
Gayle King.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Gayle King is?
I'm about to say her and Oprah cool.
You know what Gayle King is? Black.
She cool.
But, no. Let's go back to the Ryan Clark thing, right? You a black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You took his words and said, I know when he said that, this is what he's saying. That's irresponsible, bro.
Well,
for him to say when he said she hate her, I know she was talking about racially, or he was talking about racially. Like, bro, that's not what the fuck.
That's not what he said, but that's not what Ryan.
The only thing RG3 said, no, that's what he was insinuating about. What do you think he was insinuating about bringing up his white wife and not knowing how to identify and this, that, and the third?
So I'll bring that up, D, and I appreciate it, right? But that's what he was saying was you're adding to what she's already getting scrutinized for. Because you have that voice. So by you saying, yo, it's pure hate, the racism that she's getting, the death threats that she's getting towards this girl, you're fueling that. And what he's saying is you don't understand what our young ladies, black women are going through because you're not really. Now, again, that's where he probably out-talked himself, which I agree even with Stephen A. said. Should have probably even brought that up. Because you don't, like you said, you don't know the conversations that he having with his mom or if he got sisters, so you don't know that. But what he was saying was, yo, you're going home to a white woman that don't deal with the day-to-day issues that our black women have to deal with, the scrutiny that our black women have to deal with, or just in general. You don't have to deal with that. So his whole thing was you're adding fuel to the fire which he's already getting. That was the thing. It was already a racist thing. So for him, he didn't even take it as RG3 saying racist, but to say the word hate. Oh man, she hate our girl. I knew it. That's what he's.
Can I ask everybody in here? Do we all believe that Angel Reese has a strong dislike? Like, do we think it's one sided? Do we think Caitlin Clark hates her and she hates Caitlin Clark.
I don't think they like each other. I
I
do
don't think
agree with
Caitlin
that.
Clark gives a fuck about her.
No, I don't
That's
think they
just
like
me
each other.
personally. I don't think she does.
I mean,
I wouldn't say not
I don't
care
think they
about
like
her,
each
but I
other,
don't think
bro.
it's just like, bro, they ain't like they grew up together. It ain't like they played on the same teams. Bro, like they come from two different lifestyles and families and areas. So it's like I wouldn't say she don't give a fuck about her, but it's just like, bro, we play on opposite teams. Like when it's time to lock in, it's time to lock in. That's not my friend.
It's still some animosity there. You gotta understand, Caitlyn, she knows she would never have that national championship. Like you beat me in there. You beat me to my
That's
own
competitive
game.
nature.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be some. It's
but
going
it's
to be
still
something there. Bro.
it still adds up to something. I don't think
Absolutely.
I don't think it's hate, but my thing is, I do think, like bro, if every time I go to the mic, they want to ask me about somebody I didn't play against
Right.
tonight or whatever. Like it's the beginning of the season. Last year, you said something about you being just big as for basketball. This Caitlin Clark, and bro, I played whatever tonight. I played the New York Liberty tonight. Caitlin Clark played for Indiana Fever. I don't know what they did tonight. Why you asking me about them, right? If my accolades aren't presented to me, and you just want to ask me about somebody else, that shit gets annoying, bro. Nobody wants to go through something with somebody one time and be asked about it over and over and over again any other time. Because any other time, anybody be like, next question, nobody got a problem with it. It ain't the biggest deal on ESPN. Why can't I say next question and it not go viral on Instagram?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
that's the only thing that's really bothering me is that it's like y'all are villainizing this girl when she's literally trying to move on. I got my national championship and I earned that national championship against her team. So don't try to discredit me by saying she's the biggest thing in basketball and you only ask me questions about her. Where's my congratulations? It's like when you do or something and your family like, well, what's next? They don't even say congratulations to you. What's next? Like, nigga, I literally didn't even take my cap and gown off yet. And you asking me what's next. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the pressure that a lot of people don't get to feel. And a lot of these media people, they've never done anything. You know what I'm saying? They are like trying to get the best question and go viral because it'll help them get a promotion in their position. You understand what I'm saying? These people aren't at the top of their office. This ain't the boss of the media company coming to ask these questions at the press conference. So that shit is uncomfortable, bro. When you got to answer questions that you don't feel like answering and it has nothing to do with what you just did. That girl done had historical nights. She done set WNBA records in her rookie year, and all they ask her about is Caitlin Clark every game. That shit is annoying, bro. So I feel her.
Let me ask you this. Do you think she's and I'm not blaming her, I'm just throwing a theory out, right? Do you think she has said or done things in the past that permanently attaches her to Caitlin Clark? Like, I'll give you an example. Because of Drake and Kendrick's beef, they are forever going to be mentioned together. It's going to be hard to mention one without the other. So do you think she played a part in being forever attached to Caitlin Clark?
Of course.
So with that being said, like, instead of focusing on that shit, because for the talent to be what it is as far as Angel Reese, and I'm not saying I was playing like she ain't shit. For the talent not to be as good as some others' talent, she probably has the most going on outside of the game more than anybody. And it comes from that attachment.
Bro, she was on
So
the Breakfast
take
Club.
the good.
Hold on. You think what she has going on outside of basketball comes from the attachment to Caitlin Clark?
In some ways, yeah. And I'm not saying Caitlin Clark is responsible for it. I'm saying your talent wouldn't land.
Okay,
you that.
so if they didn't play Iowa when they won that national championship, do you think Angel Reese's impact on that game was big enough that she still would be the name that she is right now?
I don't think she would be who she is.
I don't think so.
I think so because she created.
Honestly,
Hold on,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
ask you
so.
because
Honestly, I don't think so. And I'm not knocking her game.
But y'all know that wasn't what brought the notoriety to Angel Reese. What brought the notoriety first to Angel Reese is she should do the TikTok dance
Yes.
after every score and do the crown. They start crowning her as the princess because she should do that. That was brought the attention. Then what fueled it is that hand gesture. That's what she did to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
She was already getting notoriety from doing that because that TikTok dance was
Exactly.
going viral at the time.
Right.
And when she started doing that to every score or every like foul and one that she was getting, that made that known, bro. Then she took that and ran with it. That's when she started getting endorsements. That's when she started wearing Fashion Nova and start really exploring her body and different things. So for sure, I think she would have had because
wait.
she did it herself.
Right.
Okay, and I agree, right? But you understand too, right? I don't know if everybody been keeping up with the Breakfast Club over the last 2, 3, whatever years. She was on the Breakfast Club right after that championship game was over with. How many national champions in men's or women been on the Breakfast Club the day after?
But that ain't had nothing
I'm
to
not
do with
understanding the
it.
correlation.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Caitlin Clark never been on the Breakfast Club.
She wasn't gonna get that notoriety unless that day game. The first question they asked.
I would rather
first
have
question
her
they-
on the Breakfast
But,
Club than
but the
Angel
first thing they
No, I
asked,
get
but the
what he's
first thing
saying.
they, the first thing they
I get
asked
what
on the
he's saying.
Breakfast Club, it wasn't about the TikTok games. The first question they asked was, congratulations on the game, but how did you feel about doing this? Oh, then she said, well, because Caitlin Clark did it the game before, so I did it to her. She was trolling it. They didn't say, TikTok and no, they didn't do that.
I get what
They
he's
didn't
saying.
glorify
I
none
get
of
what he's
that.
saying. They brought her up there to talk like what I'm saying. I understand. I'm not saying it's not fucked up. I'm not saying it's not wrong that every time you go to the podium they ask you about Caitlin Clark. But take that shit and turn it into something else. Because you said I want to be the villain. I'm okay with that.
No, because y'all want to make me the villain, I will be the villain. Because y'all, she still put it. This what y'all want to do. It's not she want to do that because y'all want to put me as the villain, but she's not doing nothing to have the villain because she's showing emotion on the court, right? And you can even see now any answer that they ask her, hey, move on. Nope, basketball play. Let's move on.
Yeah.
She's showing that she's not trying to be that. She's just playing basketball.
respect
They
her
both
for it.
even said it. Yo, it was a basketball play. They're calling her the villain, and that's why Ryan Clark's speaking up to what they're saying. We're fueling what they're calling her.
Yeah, and that's not
We're
right.
highlighting what they're calling her. We're adding things on to what they're calling her, saying about her, which is not true. It's a basketball play. She got hype. Do we not see that on the NBA? If you follow me wrong, we're going to get hype. She wasn't going to hit the girl. You're saying, I bet she would have ended her career and she would have punched her. You assuming that she was going to get up and punch her. Are you kidding me? How many people do that?
But that's what I'm saying. Like who
That's
said
what
No, I'm
RG3
about to say-
said.
I'm about to say,
Real quick. We saying that RG3 was irresponsible with using the word hate, right? Do
For
Ryan
sure.
Clark share any of that irresponsibility
Of what? Of what he said? Of what?
by changing the entire conversation?
Bro, that was already the conversation. We before even Ryan Clark said nothing, we were already still talking about that foul.
This is real simple. This
were
is
already talking
this
about
is
that foul.
this is real simple, right? This is villainizing at its best. This is where you're gonna really see the comparison. That same play happens in the NBA. Caitlin Clark is Draymond Green. What happens? Who's the villain in that? Not the person that gets up and charges after Draymond Green every fucking time he does some dirty shit.
Draymond is.
So what's the difference? Why don't we villainize? Did you see the look at that girl eyes when she threw injuries down? Did you see the look back to make sure that you was down? Because if you wasn't, I probably looked like I was about to run over and make sure you was down. Like, did anybody else see what I saw on that replay? So when we sitting here acting like it wasn't no big deal when her getting up, the big black, angry black woman coming up to charge at the little white girl, the innocent white girl, that's the story they gonna play, bro. That girl ain't innocent. She got a good PR team that allows her to move and shake and do little weird shit, and then be like, oh, Caitlyn just worried about
They're
basketball.
gonna protect her anyway.
Like, come
hasn't
on.
hasn't Angel Reese done far worse to her?
Like what?
Like what?
I mean, look,
Just look it up on YouTube.
on the
Look up Angel Reese fouls on YouTube on Clay.
Bro, they're
Caitlin Clark.
common regular basketball
No, they're
fouls.
not,
No,
bro.
listen.
That was a take foul. That's something that you would
listen,
do.
and she only did that, right? Because if you look at the whole play in its entirety, she pushed Caitlin's teammate.
Nobody said that she don't be playing dirty. My thing is put the dirt on everybody that deserves it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
agree with
it.
you saying. Yeah, I agree with you, right? So, and I feel like, and Caitlin took up for her teammate, right? It just so happened. It just,
Bro.
I think I don't even think if that was Andrew. I think that would have been anybody who did that. I think she would have did that to that person.
I give you the
If there were
best
two
example.
black women did that,
Bro,
it wouldn't have been a conversation.
I give you the best example
wouldn't
ever,
be.
right? Y'all, who do y'all think was one of the dirtiest teams in the 80s, early 90s?
Detroit.
Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Fucking everybody up. The 1 minute that Karl Malone boop Isaiah Thomas right in his dome, he get up, he want to start choking the coach. Y'all been doing this to everybody for the last 4 seasons. Are you kidding me? I understand put the dirt on everybody, but what Caitlyn did was more common. That's what Ron Artest did to Ben Wallace.
What I'm saying, but
You're not scoring.
But I don't think that's still not the gist of the issue. The whole issue is would she receive backlash from that? Like getting up and charging. The whole thing come from the backlash. Forget the fouls. You want to foul is basketball, bro. Everybody gonna get fouled. We're gonna push, we're gonna shove, we're gonna do flagrants. It is what it is. It's the backlash that she's getting. It's the reputation that we're putting, that people, that fans and different media is putting on her, that our black men is now stopping, that our black women analysts is stopping that narrative. That's why they're switching it. If you hear Monica McNutt, if you hear Agumike, you hear them talking, they're switching it to basketball. They're not going to keep it on just them two. Even Caitlyn, they protecting her. Yo, it's a basketball play. It's a basketball play. But us, everybody else, media, everything, and fan, they're going to take it into the race card. And what we're doing is like, yo, you got a voice. Don't add to it. Period. Don't add to that. Don't assume that she's going to punch her in her career.
Did he say that?
Yes, he did say that.
RG3 said
Yes, he
she wanted
did.
to get up and punch her?
Yes, if Aaliyah Boston didn't stop her, I guarantee you that would have been her last game in her career because she would have got up and sucker punched Caitlin Clark.
That would have been her last game in her career.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's what he
arguably
literally said.
That's what he said.
And that's what
That's what
Ryan
he said. I
Clark
don't-
attacked that. Like, you said hate, then went into
But
detail.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that shouldn't be said because that wouldn't have been her last game.
That's why he get the
Was she-
label of a
if she
corner.
would have
That's
did
his
it,
whole point.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point I'm talking about.
if she would have did what she been suspended, yes. But like, bro,
Ain't no
shut
way
up.
she was gonna get up and punch the girl, bro. She was gonna probably get in her face. Everybody knows when you get mad at you,
I'm
nobody
saying,
can fight.
everybody does that in the NBA and the WNBA, and the only place that like is going down is NHL. They gonna let y'all get it off.
And the thing that made, and I think why he brought up his wife, because she's in the background doing this, clapping, getting out, and you don't understand anything like what's really going on. So I think, yes, was he wrong bringing her up? Absolutely, still. But at the end of the day, I can see why he probably got fueled by that because yo, you a white woman privileged and you back there clapping. What he's saying about this girl adding more stain to her name. No, I'm about to protect that instantly. And I applaud him. Like, can he have cornball status? Absolutely. But I've seen Ryan Clark numerous times standing up for us, bro, representing us right. You know what I mean? I respect that dude, bro. Like, real talk. I respect his analytical game. Like, I love the way he carry himself. I love the way he be able to articulate his points. He's a very good sports analyst, bro. And not just football, but just the way he do things. And I like Stephen A. too. That's why I watch those dudes. You know what I mean? So are they always right? No. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna make a stance who is right, Stephen A. call out a white person at any time. You know what I mean? Like, he don't care. He don't care what it look like. Yo, bro, I'm gonna stand for my brothers. Like, it is what it is. And I love what he does, bro. Think about First Take since Max Kellerman been out. Think of how many black people that we seen got put on. He even got the twins on there now, bro. Markeith and Marcus on them Jones now, bro. Like, really shining us and really showing how great we are. I'm gonna always support those type dudes, bro, for sure, man. Like,
So I know we've been on that topic for like 15 minutes.
It was good. No, that was a good 15 though. We wasn't just going back and forth
Yeah,
about
that was.
players and shit. That
I
shit
do
was
want
good.
to ask y'all fellas a question, right? I know we talked about this a couple times. I mean, we just talked about recently this Diddy situation.
Diddy Bopper.
Diddy Bobber.
Kid Cudi just testified.
Yeah, so I want to know how y'all feel about the whole. Because, like, so I was having this conversation with my grandma, right, about the whole Cassie situation, and like a lot of women, like, their view on Cassie has changed, right? They're saying, like, you know, if she was allowing that to happen, and what made her change her mind, whatever, and then even with the initial lawsuit of last year or whatever, so a lot of people were saying, like, she only did that because her and the, which is so crazy, they call him the pool boy, don't give him a name no more. They said her and the pool boy money ran low, so they was looking for a way, and they was expecting a baby and all that. And this is the reason why all this stuff is coming to the limelight, right? Now, I'm not trying to justify. I don't justify no domestic violence. I don't justify anything like that. But how much accountability in court should be on Cassie?
I'm gonna be honest. My take on that is like totally different because most people that have ever been domestically abused or whatever the case may be didn't leave after the first time. Like, it is some mental shit. What I said to you before, I was like, yo, if you always known me to be solid, never be like shaky or whatever the case may be, and I'm on drugs and I'm still in TVs, don't look at me as this nigga still TVs. Look at me like this nigga is sick.
Right.
And anybody in those situations is sick. It's just I'm seeing a lot of females like, oh, well, why she stay so long? And it's like, you just got punched in your eye last week. He been punching in your eye for the last 20 years. Why are you still there? If anything, you should have more compassion than somebody that's just sick. At the end of the day, like, it's kind of being made about Cassie, and that's what I kind of don't like about the whole
Yeah,
situation.
that and the media
Because
been
if you out
spreading
here
that.
blowing cars up, you can't see why somebody would stay or be scared to leave or just fall accustomed to like a lifestyle or whatever the case may be. Like, I don't know, bro. But this is the same dude that we think may have lined Biggie up and got him killed. Like what are we talking about?
Yeah. I feel like me, I wouldn't say I ever been in a domestic violence situation. Have I defended myself? Yeah, I defended myself. I'm not saying that and that's not anybody I dealt with saying like we was in some domestic violence stuff, but through heated arguments, stuff does happen, and that's not to say it's okay, right? But like I tell people all the time, I'm not a celebrity. I don't be in their lives. I only go by what the bloggers say, which only for they might have an opinion or assumption. They don't really know for unless a close friend of the celebrity is giving people the information. But we all don't really know. We don't understand. Like I don't understand. I never understand the dynamic between celebrities and their wives and husbands and all that. I don't understand it. I don't care for it. I hold her accountable too because it's just like when she went into her mom, right? And this was so crazy to me. She went into her mom. What was going on? Her mom went to him and said, "Hey, you need to stop doing this and doing that." And he told her, "Well, oh, since you want to say something, how about I put these tapes out and we'll go from there." So the mom was like, Cassie mom was like saying like, "No, what do I need to do so they won't come out?" He said, "Yo, you got to pay me 20,000." Of course, she don't have 20,000,
Yeah, that was crazy.
so she had to sell her crib.
Well, she took a loan out on him.
Well, took a loan out, right? Home equity loan, right? And gave him the money. He eventually wound up giving it back, right? So it's just like my thing is with Cassie, right? I don't never advocate for men putting their hands on women or women putting their hands on men. I never advocate for that, right? But so the truth, all the truth needs to come out. Like I don't like the whole bit and pieces in court. Like I need everybody to be honest, even though everybody's not gonna be honest. But this all started because of you, and I'm not saying that it's okay for what he did, and all these little stuff that go on in his parties. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like, yo, you were just as responsible, right? You're just responsible. I'm not advocating. Like I said, I'm not advocating for her to get domestic violence, beaten, none of that. But it's just like, when did that happen, right? When did that happen? Did it happen after you already enjoying the freak offs, and at some point you got tired of it, and then you told him you wasn't tired of it, so his inner demons start coming out, and then you said, well, he hit me one time, let it go. Like I don't understand it. It's like a lot of people are breaking it down. Like they both should be held responsible, and they say, well, he's not on trial for domestic violence. It's not about him being on trial for domestic violence, but it's still the fact that like this dude is a monster, no matter how you break it down, black, white, whatever. And it's just like, and another thing, it's just like, come on, bro. I feel like everybody should be held responsible in that situation, not just one person. I feel like she should be held responsible. The husband now should be held responsible because he was a part of it. I feel like everybody should be held responsible. Like, it shouldn't just be the person that's on trial for all these things, sex crimes or whatever. I feel like everybody should be held responsible. I feel like she should be just as held as responsible. She played a role just like everybody else did. Like I said, I'm not advocating for domestic violence. I'm just saying, if you're going to make it out to this world that this one man is a demon or a world monster, but you're all a part of it, you should be held responsible too.
Let me ask you this real quick though.
Mm-hmm.
When was Diddy ever known for being a good guy? From the record deals that he gave people, from the way he screwed people out of money, by the way Mace was still dissing them like within the last 2 years, trying to get his masters, like from the way he was talking to Fab on Drink Champs, like he's always from Gene Dill basically saying like, yo, Biggie was out in the West after Pac died. They was out there way longer than they made it seem. And he had him out there recording his album. And as soon as Biggie get killed, they sneak him to the airport. They trying to get him home. He already home. Like it's a whole bunch of stuff. I think everything is just catching up to him.
Yeah.
Like I think he's always been like a shady nigga. And the thing with what a lot of people don't understand is, Juice, you could be taking a shorty to Pound Town for 30 minutes. 31, she say I don't like this, stop. None of that matters. You have to stop. So I mean, the case is going to do what it do. Something is going to be revealed, but I see what everybody's saying, like, oh, Cassie play a part, this, that, and the third, but she's saying this nigga, I was dealing with this nigga and he blew up a car, and he did that shit.
Yeah. But I mean, he's not on trial for none of that.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
So
that's a
all
part
that-
of.
Like,
But that's
they trying to break the character.
like all that is
So
irrelevant.
and that's what anything. If it's state court, federal court, you have to show the people that you got to show characteristic traits, right? That's the only way. Like outside of you don't got like real evidence or anything like that, you got to show characteristic traits and behavioral traits, right? So it's just like you want to prove something, but you got to show reason why, right? Or not, it's gonna be reasonable doubt, right? So what they're trying to do is saying, oh, this person is a monster, da, da, da. And the only thing they've been talking about is domestic violence and violence. They not even really so much on the sex trafficking through these first 4 or 5 days. It's all about what he's done to this girl domestic violence wise. When the whole time he's locked up for sexual trafficking.
I think once they make him a monster, then the sexual trafficking thing is like, I think that could be proven. So once they make him a monster, like that's because, but they're doing the same thing to Cassie.
Right now they losing, bro. I think right now they losing that joint.
And
I can't say that because we ain't in the courtroom and we listening to bloggers.
Yeah.
Like that is the
Based
craziest
on-
shit ever.
Well, based on some of the feedback, because I watched it's a joint on YouTube called Under the Law or something like that, where it's a girl that's actually in the courtroom. She's in the cases and she's giving just a breakdown of what's happening.
Oh yeah, Lauren in there too. Lauren from Breakfast Club, she in there too.
So I
I would listen to her because she's more responsible with her journalism. But
No, I'm not listening to block. Like she's literally in the court. It's a law. It's a.
No, she's not a
it's a-
blocker. That's the girl from the Breakfast Club. She
No,
actually be inside the trial.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm talking about just the joint I watched. It's lawyers talking.
Oh yeah.
And they got one of their colleagues in there taking all the notes, and they discuss it afterwards. Like what happened, what the testimony was with this, and just based on what it is, like the questions that they asking, it's just like, yeah, no, I didn't see it. Yeah, he would hit her, but no, Cassie she was with it. Cassie did say this. It was Cassie at the door. Cassie went and did that, and I think it's like, yeah, they are trying to break his character. They are trying to demonize him, which we know he's a piece of crap. Like he's not perfect. We know this boy not. Like that video alone is gonna stain him for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? I think what they're just trying to get him on is really just the drugs, is the trafficking, because you are buying escorts, you are shipping them out, you are flying them out, which I don't think that might be something that's small that's gonna last, but I don't think they're gonna have enough to give him jail time. He gonna have to pay like a hefty fine, like for sure. They gonna get some type of something from this man.
If flying somebody out is a sex traffic crime, then a lot of people be booked.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people be in the feds. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, come on, bro.
It's more so the drugs and the things that they're can try to get him, because they all agreed that they all said they took drugs and they did that. So it's more so probably that is the case, but
Is he forcing them to take drugs, or they saying, oh, it's Diddy, so he taking a drug, I'm gonna take a drug too. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all
he
like
not
all that stuff
doing
is like, I
different
mean,
than a lot of celebrities do, but he is more boisterous with a lot of it. Like you don't hear this stuff about Jay-Z. Like he's not going to coaches' schools beating them in the head with kettlebells and all that. Like you don't hear this shit about Jay-Z. Jay-Z know how to stay under the radar. Like Diddy, you've been acting the ass most of your career. So I'm not saying you deserve this, but you might have blood on your hands over dumb stuff. That whole Biggie, Tupac, that shit ain't even have nothing to do with them. It was about you and Suge and the bodyguard and all this other stuff. It didn't have nothing to do with them.
sure.
And they both gone.
He the,
And y'all both alive.
he the reason why Sean did time.
Again with that, you want to hear something about that? The girl got shot with Sean, I think, had a 9, right?
She got shot with a 40.
They got the 9 from Sean. Clearly, he didn't shoot that. The 40 got tossed somewhere. You know what they saying about that? Diddy was throwing shots. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, bro. that just like I can't feel no sympathy for you for nothing. Like people careers and lives got ruined over you being an animal, bro.
Shit, Gene said he had to check him for cursing his mom out.
Yeah, he's not a good person, but I just don't think they have enough, and I think he knows that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they have enough to convict him on the things they're trying to convict him on, but they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find
They
a way to
always
do
trying to find a
something.
He gonna take it though, bro.
They didn't
It's the
prosecute.
feds.
They didn't prosecute whatchamacallit, and he died.
Who?
Hugh Hefner. They let him go out on his sword. You know what I'm saying? That boy been having underage women, politicians, drugs, all that at his crib since what, the 60s? Like, come on, bro. He never been prosecuted. And I'm not saying like I'm not trying to take Diddy off the you know what I mean,
Hot
mantle
seat.
for that. Hot seat, but it's just like,
So I'm telling you, he gonna get off, bro.
no, I don't think he gonna get off. Ain't no
He
such
gonna
thing as
get
getting off.
He's gonna pay a fine. He's gonna pay.
He ain't gonna
it's
pay no
be-
fine.
Feds don't do fines.
He not doing time.
You either win or your ass doing
He
time.
ain't doing time, bro.
Yeah, okay.
He's
They
trying
always
to
look
get him
for
time,
they always
bro.
look for a scapegoat for something.
I don't think he's doing time.
Quiet over there, my guy. What's
Yeah,
going on, man?
Hey, I don't know.
Diddy.
Yeah, my boy Juice playlist getting bland, man. Free my boy Diddy, man.
Diddy ain't on my top 10.
That's why he ain't here fucking defending him like this. Juice sound like
I ain't
his
defending
lawyer.
it. I'm just saying that I feel like
R. Kelly no more. Yo, none of them niggas.
Meek about to go down. It's like, no.
no, I just feel like
Leaf
when
Ward
people
book.
when people in court, bro, and like even with them type of cases, which like you know what I'm saying, like I never advocate for any of this stuff to happen, but I feel like it shouldn't one person shouldn't just be held responsible. I feel like if you got assistants, women, or anybody involved, bro, everybody should be held accountable. Like if I'm doing this 50, I don't care if they did less. Let them do 30. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all responsible. Well, you know what I'm saying? They gotta have somebody to scapegoat. They gotta have somebody to post a child for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to see it as a black man, but I mean, listen, black, white, Puerto Rico, whatever. You do wrong, you do wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after hearing all this stuff, like yeah, she should be held accountable. Like, you hiring male strippers too, come through, tell you, texting, talking about something, yeah, me and my husband trying to da-da-da-da. And you going with it. At that time, she was young. You know what I'm saying? She was just trying to, like, stay relevant and all that. So she looked at it, like, as, like, yeah, if I'm doing this must going to give me this, and that. The whole time, like, you creating something that you don't understand what can come behind it.
I'm glad you said that because that's an interesting perspective. Like she was trying to stay on, she was trying to stay this, she was trying to stay that, right? Her first album wasn't necessarily bad.
Mm-hmm.
He signed her to a 10-album deal. That is fucking insane. Let me ask you a question.
Did a half of
Let me
one.
ask you a question.
Yo, that's
Do you
crazy.
think she knew how to spell freak off before she met Diddy?
No, he even said he gonna mold her. He said
Like,
she
bro,
moldable.
you turned that girl out. So now we talking about the shit that she getting into
Bro,
as a
it's-
result of being around you. And my whole thing is like, if you sign somebody to a 10-year deal, but you don't have any, you don't have anything in you where like she's putting out another album.
Mm-hmm.
She's about to be mine. I think at some point she thought I'm going to be an artist, and that wasn't what you had in mind.
Bro, they said she did so much fellatio she got sores in her mouth. That's crazy.
Yo, I don't mean to laugh, but that sounds so crazy.
Then I heard,
Fellatio and swords.
listen, then I heard after the dude would like ejaculate on Cassie, Diddy would come in.
Like, what
And
are we
rub-
talking about?
rub the cum on his
Diddy would
nipples.
ask her to get nutted on by the dude and then take that and rub it on his
Rub it
nipples.
on his nipple.
And this is the thing I don't like about Diddy, right? Now, to make your case, hey, bro, this what I don't like, bro. This what I don't like about the joint, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that will call Diddy gay back in the day, remember when 50 kept saying, yo, Diddy gay, why you trying to take me shopping, why you trying to take me shopping, right?
Mhm.
Everybody thought 50 was crazy.
Mhm.
You know when people started, first of all, Diddy had a joint where he was talking to Kevin Hart, where Kevin Hart was hosting, and he was talking about Usher. He was like, yeah, it's like my little brother when we used to wrestle for the series. And it's like, wrestle? Like, you're a grown-ass man. Like, what are you saying right now? Kevin Hart looked at that funny. When that thing happened with Fab, people was looking at that funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Diddy's trying to quote unquote claim his freakiness. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just a little freaky. Sometimes I like being with guys, and like that ain't what you were saying before. You claiming all of this now.
This nigga said
How
also
convenient.
after they bust on her, he would like lick her clean.
Yo, I ain't
Bro.
gonna lie though, bro. I really think,
That's
bro.
disgusting.
But you know what's so
That's
crazy?
crazy?
You know what's so
That's
crazy?
not even freaky, bro. That's just weird.
I wish,
Exactly.
I really wish that Biggie was alive, and I really want to know the real reason why he was leaving Bad Boy. I really want to know. Like, it's like, yo, it's like you really want to hear these things, because I don't.
I don't
Even
think he
if
shouldn't announce that. If he wouldn't have announced that, you'd be alive. He
no,
shouldn't have announced that.
announce what?
He didn't announce it.
Well, Diddy found out.
Bro, it was the writing on the wall. My contract is up. Like, that's like if you playing for the Sixers, right? Things ain't going your way, you not happy, you coming in doing your job. It ain't no mystery that you not going to re-sign with them
like,
niggas.
You seen signs that he was going to leave. So I'm saying like, just like Mace, you ain't get that from Mace. Mace is like up and left. Like, yo, I'm done. Like, I'm out.
Well, him and Mace's relationship
But-
wasn't the same. Though.
But you see what you just did though? Like, Biggie's dead, and it's like, yeah, he shouldn't have announced it. No, you shouldn't have been a fucking animal, because Biggie had a tour booked in London, and you made him cancel that shit so he could go out in LA and get killed. He had something else lined up, and you made them cancel that so he could go out and get killed. Why is he at the Vibe party? This nigga was in a car accident. He couldn't even walk. You don't want to be at no party. You want to be in your house chilling.
At least be able to be mobile, just get something to happen in the club.
Got this nigga at a party in the mix.
Yeah,
Hey, come on, bro.
and to tell security, yo, run a red light. That's crazy. Yo, don't worry
Bro.
about them. Just run the light.
If you want to know what type
That's
of person
crazy.
Diddy was, just know Biggie mom did not fuck with him
Yeah, she didn't.
at all. Like, come on, bro.
Yo, damn, she is.
Oh, what type of sleeping they be doing? Dog? Maddie, you okay? We about to end.
Wake
Maddie
up.
We about to end.
You don't let them.
He got up this time. Though. He leaned up a little
No,
bit.
because I hear it trembling, so I'm making sure. But she holding on the table like this, pushing on the wall. So she
You don't let them sleep at home, bro.
Maddie.
It's the best sleep I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure she okay though.
God damn.
Oh, she good. She just. Oh, shit, my fault.
You all right, man?
Get up, stand up.
Oh, no, get up. Wait.
She gonna drop like fucking Weekend at Bernie.
This nigga Juice on the damn, she fucking up. This nigga Juice, bro.
Listen, man.
He be having them in the crib. I need 5,000 Drew Hills. She is exhausted.
Think he Juice Jackson.
No, listen. So,
Try
all right,
to
so
get
tonight, Friday. So tomorrow she got dance class. So of course, go in the crib, feed them. I mean, let her go to bed, whatever. But
Oh.
they be trying to be up. Well, I don't know how. I don't know if they.
44.
Yeah,
Hey man, it's still early for us.
sleep deprived, bro. Kids
No
going
sleep
through
deprived.
Yeah, Juice the father of the year, dog. I don't want to hear none of that.
it. Fucking drill sergeant of the year.
You know it. Yeah, man.
But no, man, it's been a good episode, man. A lot of good stuff we've been discussing. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well, man. Let us know your comments. Let us know your thoughts in regards to these topics. And you never know, we might discuss. You might bring up your questions. So, no, but we appreciate y'all. So, before we go, please make sure you subscribe to ABP Podcast. Make sure you follow us on social media on Instagram at ABP_podcast. Follow us, right? This is Harry_Train1. We got Coach_Jew. We got __ Jonesy, Mr. Mad Promo himself. So again, make
So
sure
you
follow
gotta
us.
make sure Jonesy Jones pronounced right.
Jonesy with a 0.
It's J
Bro,
0.
I was trying to find this nigga one
What
day.
that?
This nigga fuck, cause y'all follow D Jones too. They both D Jones technically. D Jones from fucking Battle Rap back in the day, early year Smack DVD shit. And I'm like, bro, where's Jonesy Page? And I had to realize it was a 0, not a fucking O. You was a slick nigga. Who you hiding from?
I ain't hiring nobody.
Why
I
you
just
use
think Jonesy was just.
Can I really
common,
wear that
so I
jacket?
just used her.
Like
Huh?
on Sunday. Can I wear that jacket?
No, bro.
Playing
It's
You
simple.
don't got a jacket
weird.
I can have?
What?
Bro,
You got a property I can have?
Oh, I'm on fair trade, nigga.
how's that a fair trade?
This nigga got a property to ask for a jacket.
Bro, cause you gotta understand when this pot
Up
when
your
this-
rent and get the jacket.
when it,
What the hell?
you got
Make them niggas pay the file and
when
get the
you
jacket.
gotta understand when this shit go crazy, right? Every Jonesy outfit is gonna be in a museum, so them jackets gonna be worth.
That joint is
A property.
nice, bro. Where you get that? Never mind, we talk over here. But no, we appreciate it, man. We out.
Look. With pain like this, life is agonizing. Pride have some niggas antagonizing. It paying out different when the next man cast the iron. When the story's told how them cats was lying.